Hello everyone. This is the first time to do the podcast for SoManas, and our first guest is our client, one of our favorite clients from
thank you.
Singapore. He's been in the entertainment business and he's been running his own entrepreneur, so he's a very multi-talents man. We're gonna hear how was his experience and what's his general thought about health and SoManas. So, welcome.
Thanks
Matt.
for having me.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Honestly, I do miss coming here because, as you know, my life is very, very busy.
Yeah.
So between running business, in my free time, I also focus a lot on music, which is my main mission here in Korea.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to juggle everything, right? And I think, previously when I lived closer to here,
That's right.
it was my weekly escape, my weekly self-care.
Healing.
Yeah,
Self-care.
so I think living in a very efficient but also stressful city like Seoul,
Yeah.
I think a place like this is very important just to be able to focus on self-care and also connect with reconnect with myself.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
So you are actually you were a celebrity. You're still a celebrity, I believe, and so you are active entertainment person, and also you're running the business. Those two are very different requirements that
Yes.
you need, right?
Yeah.
And so I can imagine how difficult and struggling and challenging you have. So definitely you do need to connect yourself occasionally
Definitely.
to cool you down, to get energized. But obviously not many fitness club or other kinds of studios may not provide such
I think a lot
things,
of places, like for example, if it's Pilates, they focus just on Pilates and yeah, but
Yoga
I think
yeah.
But what I like about here is that it's very holistic. I think one of my
favorite
first impressions
Right.
of wow, this is cool, right, was when we did was it
The
neurofeedback.
neurofeedback,
Yeah, so that was actually really cool.
Okay.
And I also like that every time after the Pilates class I get to sleep.
That's right.
I get to catch up on my
15 minutes,
sleep.
yeah.
With the breathing exercises and assisted with that band.
Yeah.
So I always look forward to that, and it also feels like a safe place to be, because after my session then there'll be tea and just a
we're having
casual chit chat and stuff like that. So it's very holistic and it's a nice recharge before I go back into facing my computer every day or dealing with clients and the high stress stuff. So I think I'm grateful for that.
Okay, sounds great. So we can probably get to a little bit more details of how you experience. So why did you come here first? I mean, what is your hope to get help in the first place when we met and we introduced this place?
Well, we actually met at a dinner.
That's right, yeah.
At a gala dinner,
Yeah.
and so I was like, okay, yeah, cool. But then around that time, soon after, when things started getting really stressful, I do a lot of computer work because of my music as well.
Yeah.
So I was having a lot of neck and
That's
back
right.
pains and just really tight. And so I thought, okay, maybe Pilates would help me kind of firstly have a better posture, and also over time, with the stretching and strengthening of
Turtleneck,
it can actually help to relieve the pain. So that was my initial motivation for wanting to come
That's
here.
right, yeah.
And then only after I came here and did the tour and everything, and I was like, oh, okay, they focus on neurofeedback and things like that also. And of course, it's not just it is related also because like you were saying, studies have also shown that neurofeedback combined with exercise, right, also leads to longer lasting results and more effective results as well. So I thought that was really awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you basically had some muscular problems that you have had for a long time.
Yep.
Your neck issues. You also had the back issues too, right?
Yeah.
So your original interest to get better is muscular things, but after you visit us, so you feel that you can probably get much more than just muscular pain.
Oh yes, definitely.
Right. Okay. Well, how long did you use for us? It's close to 5-6 months.
I think
Was it?
so. Yeah.
Yeah. You came quite regularly, and
Yes.
by the time you left, do you think you achieved a little bit? I mean, it's not fully, but achieve what you wanted to
I
get.
think definitely, there were also certain periods where I was too busy and I couldn't come, or I was unwell and couldn't come. So I think there is a huge difference when I come regularly versus when I don't. And even right now, because I live so far away now.
Yeah.
So there is a big difference. Sometimes I wake up in the mornings with random aches and stuff, and it doesn't also help the fact that this period of time has been incredibly busy because we just launched a new business project. So I have not gone to the gym for 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
But
when I
okay.
finally had time to go to the gym, my gym was closed for renovations.
Oh.
So I'm I need to do something about it. Yeah.
But you feel like even after you use us a few months, it seems to be lasted effects or benefits.
Yeah, but I mean, it of course, over time, right? If you don't maintain it, kind of
That's right,
will go down for
Of course,
sure.
yeah.
But I think also it's not just about doing the exercise, but I think it's also the knowledge and even learning certain types of stretches. Sometimes if I don't have time, or if let's say I'm just feeling kind of tight or achy in the morning, I just do the roll-ups. That's one of my favorite exercises here.
Yeah.
So I think it's also the education and knowledge that you take away with you. So so I think that was some of my takeaways.
Yeah. Sometimes we gave you some kind of homeworks and you tried it, right? And then you use it even if you don't go to the fitness club. Yeah. That's good. That's one of the things that we would like to provide it to, that people know how to use their body, how to recognize when it's stiff and when you need to relax and when you need to putting up more muscular strength.
I think that body awareness is really important.
It's a core thing that we want the clients to know it. Okay, that's great. Sounds great that you get some benefit. So we're just wondering, and if any of our services, or why you using our services, did that give you some positive impact on your work?
I think in the area of mental health, it was very beneficial.
Okay.
Just to be able to disconnect from everything for even just 2 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
I think that goes a long way, because we are humans, so we cannot be running on adrenaline all the time.
That's
your adrenal system is shot and fried. No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
So I think having a place here where you can just recharge and focus, and breathing is so underrated, and I think breath work is a big part of the of what we do here as well.
Okay.
So I think that has huge benefits for mental health.
And before you're using us, I seem to remember you did some kind of meditation or mindfulness before.
Not so much meditation, but generally I am quite a mindful person.
Right.
I am very big into personal development and spirituality and things like that. So I remember you were kind of like shocked by my neurofeedback.
That's right. You were
reading.
so good. High profile. Of your neurofeedback assessment.
That was interesting, and it was something new I learned about myself also. So I think even for like other people, like just having that initial test as a baseline of where you're at in your life is also useful information,
isn't it? I mean, it's also it's interesting for me as a health psychologist, also neurofeedback expert. My hypothesis is that people who's got the good already, their neurofeedback, I would naturally think that you wouldn't get that much benefit from our services, but I think it's quite opposite, because you've got pretty good foundation. So everything that we tap it up, you can observe really well.
Because like I understand like why you guys are doing something, so it actually makes the connection stronger.
That's right. So you already know it and aware of it, and we can just give you some tips where you haven't been exposed, like breathing, meditation guidance, step by step,
or even sometimes just a reminder, because we forget things sometimes.
So that's quite a good discovery from our side of things. So thanks to you.
Thank you.
Okay. So would you recommend your friends, and what kind of friends would you recommend to use here?
I mean, absolutely. I think because again, we live in Seoul, and like a lot of people try to de-stress by drinking, partying, and stuff like that. But
in your business,
not just in general, I think a lot, right?
In younger generation,
But I think like with the amount of money that you're spending on all of those things, like it takes you away from your troubles just for a moment, but the next day you wake up, the troubles are still there.
That's right.
And you feel worse about yourself because you didn't take care of your health, right?
You consume some more of your energy.
Exactly, So like, why not just like take that and invest in yourself?
More constructive.
More constructive. Like firstly, you're able to take care of yourself physically, right? Or like stretch out your thigh muscles and all that. So there's a health benefit, there's a muscular benefit, and then with the mind and body awareness, also it allows you to be more present in your work and your relationships, and show up better both for yourself and for the other people in your life.
So you got all the benefits that we really hope for. So that's great. Do you think it'd be easy for some of your friends who never be interested in this kind of body and mind work or spiritual things? Do you think that they could just simply to follow it easily and experience it?
I think this one, to be very honest, it just depends on where they're at in their life, right? But also, because some people, if they're just like not interested in something like this, it's going to be very hard for them to grasp the concept. But I think for people who are like, like willing to learn about it, or are just curious about it, at least there has to be a certain curiosity about it, then I think where the rest of the training can come in can also be a form of education, right? I think like like through interacting with you guys and also like the coaches here and things like that, anything new takes time. Anything new takes time. So I think and you guys do it in a way that's very gentle and
subtle.
Maybe. I wouldn't say like subtle, but it's like gentle, so it's comfortable. So like I never felt like it was like too forceful, complicated or forceful. Like I think that one is a bit pupiloneo.
That's right.
But it's very comfortable. Every time I come here, I feel like comfortable. I feel recharged. So I think a lot of people in Seoul especially can benefit from this place.
Okay, that's great. So can I also think that the part of you feel comfortable or feel cozy. Do you think something to do with the actual physical environment that we display and set up?
Oh yeah, of course.
This, yeah.
Yeah. I think, you know, like having the tea after every session, and then every week the tea is like, there's a tea of the day.
That's right.
And then they print like the name of the flower or leaf, and they say, okay, this is good for like whatever, you know. And then like during the months with nicer weather, like we get to like drink tea in the garden and stuff like that. So it's really nice. I think I'm also always like amused by, like, you know, sometimes in the mornings you come in and then there's like the sound of birds. So even things like you know, the surrounding audio environment, I think thought has been put into that as well.
That's right.
It's not just playing some random songs on the radio or something. I think you guys have really put in the effort to, you know, try to create an entire, it's not just a place but an environment that supports everything, and it helps because like all your different senses are targeted.
That's right. Yeah.
Not just, you know, physical, right? Like touch and everything. So that's what you get with the exercise.
That's right. Yeah.
But also in terms of scent, in terms of the sound.
Yeah.
And then later on after the session, you know, with taste and
touch,
and
touching with through the Pilates. So 5 senses is the elements of the somatics. So where we want to provide it, and you got exactly. Experience all of it, and you actually appreciate that. So so you got all the benefits of what we would like to provide it. So good. We would like to have you back whenever you have some time. You're always welcome, as you know.
Thank you.
And okay, finally, is there anything else that you would like to say to the people who's thinking about to use our SoManas? Anything else you want to tell them?
Well, I guess, like, you know, it's 2025, like people are making resolutions to, you know, like go to the gym, or like, oh, I want to earn so much money this year, or I don't know, like making a lot of interesting or ambitious resolutions. But I think everything starts from yourself. So I think the first resolution should be to take care of yourself, and there's no better time to start taking care of yourself than now. So why not
invest yourself.
Invest in yourself and consider, you know, doing something nice for yourself at SoManas.
That's great. That was Nat, and thank you for today to coming here.
Thank you.